What's up, geeks? It's your boy Justin Prince.
Lillian.
Yes, you know how you are in front of the camera. Anyways, we're here with Peter New. We're making gang signs.
I don't know that I am actually. I'm just doing funny things with my fingers.
At the MLP convention. Let's see. Let's try to make an M.
M.
L.
M.
Someone's make a P.
L.
P. Yeah. MLP. That's how we roll.
F.
At Everfree.
F.
You dig?
I.
I.
L.
Something like that.
And that's the interview. Thanks, everybody.
What's up?
Okay, bye.
Anyway, no. So we're here with Peter New, and he voices Big Macintosh on My Little Pony. Friendship is Magic. It's got to be important. It's not G1. It's not G1. This is G2 here. This is new millennium.
That's right.
Of My Little Pony.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Peter, you're
New
on
school.
Oh my God.
New school. Ow! Been waiting like 40 years to use that joke.
Yeah, it's not G1 over here. This is Peter New School.
Peter New school.
Yeah, was that your b-boy name when you were in?
No. I mean, I grew up in the era of New Kids on the Block, so even like.
Is that your boy band name?
It's my boy name.
So were you like going to the right stuff?
Oh yeah, a little bit. I would have like if I had if they ever found me with like firecrackers in like grade 10 or whatever, the cops would be like, "What's your name? Peter. What's your last name? New. The New Kids on the Block." Really, cops? Even you? Like,
Oh my God.
I've never really been very good at taking authority seriously since then.
Well, My Little Pony is a show that's kind of popular. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people in this convention center or this conference center that are really into the show.
I am too.
And she's into it too. I mean, the bronies are a big thing. But how did you get started with My Little Pony?
It was just an audition. It was a very simple process. Yeah, I got a call from my agent saying, "Hey, you have an audition for My Little Pony. Come on down to the studio and do it."
Oh, fantastic.
And so I did, and it was one of these auditions where they do every now and then, where it was me and one or maybe two other guys, and we all read for the part at 9 a.m. or whatever time it was, and at 9:05 I got the part, and me and the cast who had assembled, Andrea and Ashley and everybody else, we all went in, and the two guys that didn't get the job had to go home.
Oh, so you started right away.
So I started. That was it. I got the job
part
and went to work.
And went to work right away. So the role of Big Mac was already chosen for you when you.
Yeah, they come up, they break down a script, and they're like, oh, we have this character named Big Macintosh who is this way and that way. We need somebody to fill that role. Who do we know who can fill that role? And I was, I'd been around enough by the point that audition came around that the voice director said, well, it's one of these three guys. So it comes down to, being in the good enough graces anyway.
The right place at the right time.
Yeah, basically.
So during the panel, the Meet the VA panel, one of the quick Q&A guys asked what he wanted to be a voice actor, and so he said it was very hard to be a voice actor, and that your advice was to do acting first. Is that what you started off doing?
Yeah, absolutely. But that's not, I guess maybe I should have been clear at the voice actor panel, but the point is not to do acting first and then switch to voice acting. The point is focus on acting first, because voice acting isn't about making silly voices. Voice acting is about acting.
Right.
And so you need to have that skill. And a lot of people will say, well, hey, with me, I can go like this. But that's all well and good, but the likelihood that you're going to have that particular thing come up, that one particular voice that you can do come up, is slim to none.
Right.
You have to have a capacity not to, you don't have a repertoire for voices necessarily. You have to have the capacity to embody a character with your voice, whatever that character happens to be. And I didn't know that I was going to be the guy that embodied the stoic Southern farm pony, and I didn't know that I was going to be the guy that embodied the panic-stricken Indian mongoose, right, in the pet shop. But you just get these breakdowns and say, this is what you need to do today, and you go to work and you say, all right, this is what I need to do today, and they go, okay, well, we like that, we'll use it.
Yeah, that's great.
It startled me a little bit. I jumped.
I'm gonna have a sip of this Congo quick.
So On MLP, do you voice any of the other characters on the show? I mean, we heard that you're also Doctor Who's.
No, I'm not the voice of Dr.
Oh, you're not
Who,
Dr.
I don't
Who.
believe. No.
No, who's
Someone
Dr. Who?
said that.
I'm Dr. Stable.
Oh.
Apparently.
A different
My
doctor.
A different doctor.
That was
Yeah,
her.
I'm
Sorry.
the doctor in Read It and Weep. Who,
Mhm.
when Rainbow Dash is in the hospital and reading the Daring Do stories.
Oh.
And the doctor that boots her out from the
Ah,
hospital.
so you heard it, internet. He is not Doctor Who's.
I
So
don't-
stop it, internet.
Yeah, you cut it out, internet.
Stop. STAHP.
The rumor's not
That's right.
true.
I'm looking at you, Reddit.
Yeah.
Especially you.
It's all your fault, Reddit.
You know, something awful is just as bad.
He's watching you.
I'm watching. Oh yeah.
All right.
Well, here's one question that I always wanted to ask a voice actor on this show. If you could create a pony for the show, it doesn't have to be based on your character or your personality at all. If you could create a pony for the show, what would that pony be like? If you'd be the voice of the character.
Oh, and I do the voice too.
Yes.
Oh, well, that narrows it down.
Yes.
I don't know. First of all, I think they do such a great job of providing a balanced representation. For a while, I was kind of the only good guy pony,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that's changed with Shining Armor coming along and Brayburn and whatever. I think I would want to voice another kind of, not a hero as such, but another good guy. I quite enjoy being a good guy.
Like an unsung hero.
Unsung hero, maybe, like
Like a Lloyd Dobler?
a good deed doer or something.
Would you want more dialogue?
I would think it would be a very talkative pony.
I mean, I hope so.
Perhaps it's the Mr. Men books by Roger Hargreaves from there's a character called Mr. Chatterbox, and I think perhaps we need to have a pony based on Mr. Chatterbox. Now I can play
Mr.
that.
Chatter. What's the word for like a horse's mouth?
Mouth.
Mr. Chattermouth or something.
Mr. Chatter. Mr.
Horse mouth?
And then his cutie mark can be those teeth that have the crank on it.
Oh, look
And
at
then
Mm-hmm.
you just don't stop talking.
Yeah, but I'm a likable guy.
But
I'm
you're
a
likable, can't stop talking.
No.
You heard it first here. If you guys over at the MLP would be powers that be, you create Mr. Chatterpony or something. I want him to be the voice, and I expect at least a 3% commission, 3% commission going to Lifted Geek.
I'd like at least a 3.2% commission then if he gets 3.
Just to make it even.
To make it even.
Just to make it even.
Yeah. You
Now-
did come up with the teeth with the crank. So
I know.
I'll give you props for that.
That's kind of important. Everyone loves the cutie mark. So are you familiar with role-playing games much?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
We used to play them a little bit more than I do now, but yeah.
Tabletop or
Yeah, like
Digital.
D&Ds.
Like D&D?
Yeah, there was tabletop in my day.
Yeah.
The digital in my day was painful. The whole notion of a digital role-playing game.
You mean I don't have to know math and roll a dice anymore?
Yeah. Let's play a role-playing game. Let's put the cassette in the machine and go outside for 20 minutes while it loads.
Well, here's a fun question I had to ask anyone. If you're playing a role-playing game with your, like D&D, for example, with the fellow voice actors that are here today, like Andrea, Michelle, and Andrew.
I think that's unlikely to happen, but yeah.
But if you were
Hypothetically,
hypothetically,
yeah.
and they were in your party, what would be your character class, and what character class would you assign to them?
Okay, my character class. See if I can remember all my character classes. Michelle would be dwarf. Andrew would be druid.
I can see that actually. A very sarcastic druid.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'd be druid. He'd probably be like a fighter or something.
Oh, like knights.
Or a paladin.
Paladin. Yeah, I think he'd be a chaotic evil paladin. And I'd be a neutral good druid or something like that. And then Andrea would be I think she'd be like a wizard or something, some kind of. She'd be magical in some way, I think.
It's not mage.
Mage, yeah, I think.
I think that would work.
Now that has to
I
actually
really don't
happen.
remember.
I would actually love to see
I
that.
really don't remember all of the things.
I would love to see that on video.
Basically, what I did was I remembered one thing and went, "Who can be that thing?" I remembered another thing.
My Little Pony fantasy.
Then I made up another thing.
Well, Tabletop Gaming has made such a sundry puts out their
Sure.
tabletop series
Yeah.
a week, and there's a couple spots around Seattle, for example, like Ray Gun Lounge and Cafe Mox that specialize in tabletop gaming. So it's kind of coming back. The whole idea of digital has become too mainstream. The hipsters want the pen and the dice bag.
Oh,
again.
totally. I love a good board game. Like I have a great game at home that I love called Puerto Rico.
Mhm.
Fantastic game. I never play it because you need like 5 people for it to be totally
Yeah.
awesome. But it's a great game.
Same thing goes for card Cards Against Humanity is no good unless you have at least 4 or 5 people with that.
So I'm told.
Because if you just have one person, then all of a sudden you're just pissing each other.
Yeah,
Because it's just
some of the
Some of the questions like, wait, so you're that kind of person?
yeah.
I don't think I want to live in your apartment anymore, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, speaking of video games, have you voice acted for
Yeah,
video
they
games?
certainly have. The very first voice acting job I had was for video games, for like Need for Speed,
Oh.
Hot Pursuit or something. I was a
What
bunch
did
of
you do
there?
I was a bunch of cops.
So
A bunch
you're
of cops.
a bunch of cops.
So like 87 dispatch. I have a speeder by the Twin Tower Bridge or something like that.
Now, why do they have like you voice like a pony cop? Oh, that
Are
shit
there
would be-
pony cops? Have we ever
There
seen a
should
pony
be
cop?
some.
That's what I want to be. I want to be a pony cop.
There you go. Okay, so strike that. No more Mr.
No,
Chatterbox.
no. We're talking to pony cop.
Very talkative Chatterbox pony cop.
Yeah.
So every time Rainbow Dash is going a little bit too fast,
Yeah. Oh, slow down there, Rainbow Dash. Hey, come on, flying a bit fast in the 30 zone there, Rainbow. I really appreciate you clearing the clouds out and whatnot, but come on now. You're going pretty speedy. Is that a Pegasi in the sky, you know? Hey, come on back there. Don't make me chase you down.
I think we've got great ideas here.
I know that would be great. Okay, so now it's up to 4.5%, and he gets at least 4.7%. Remember that MLP.
Okay, all right.
So while you're
By
recording,
the end of this interview, we're trying to
I know.
get
I'd
me
say
up to
the
100.
fifth season
I know.
ideas here.
we're gonna make a lot of money from Peter New School, so he can eventually launch his breakdancing career.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, my breakdancing career is going to be one move long. Yeah.
No,
Just
you'd be the perfect hipster breakdancer. You'd be like, I don't need to do the windmill, the tornado. I'm just gonna stand here and stare at you.
Yeah, this is my breakdance. I'm going to do it for you right now. Sneak peek. It's like this. That's my move.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put some hip hop in the back.
That's
fine.
breakdancing. That's breakdancing.
That's breaking down the barrier.
That's
of
22nd
breakdancing.
century breakdancing.
Oh, yeah. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
So while you're recording,
That's post-global warming breakdancing.
Oh
That's what I'm-
oh god. So while you're recording dialogue on the show, for example, do you have any? I know bloopers always happen.
They do, yeah.
Any memorable bloopers you can think of that you've had?
None that I can repeat in an interview, really. I mean, that's what it comes down to, is we're kind of foul-mouthed in the studio, even though we don't mean to be.
Yeah, we don't want to ruin any.
You don't want to ruin any young hearts and minds, but,
No.
I mean, sometimes you get in there and things slip out. And those are always the funniest ones.
Nice.
Yes.
Like, once we stop talking, I'll tell you.
We'll be off the camera, but we'll never
Off
ever tell
camera.
anyone.
Won't be for you, Reddit.
That's what you get, internet, for saying that he's Dr. Hoof. It's all your
It's
fault,
all your
Reddit.
fault.
I know who you are. I like Pony 38989. It's all your fault. So other than voice acting, do you have any other projects?
This _38989.
Underscore.
So you started that rumor.
What? Oh, I never started rumors.
So other
Yeah,
than voice
right.
acting for My Little Pony, do you have any other projects that you have going on the pipeline right now?
Well, the second season of Little's Pet Shop is coming up in the fall. I'm very excited about that. I have a movie I recorded last year called Gula City that I'm one of the stars of. It's
Oh.
an animated movie. It should be coming out in early 2014, I think. Other than that, I just did a bunch of commercials for a water slide near my house where I actually had to go down the water slide.
Oh, wow, that's
Voice
fun.
acting on water slides.
I would.
Oh my God.
Were you going down the water slide?
Yeah.
For reals?
Yeah, for reals.
I want to see this commercial.
Well, it's a
How many
radio.
takes
It's
did it
a
take?
radio commercial.
You had to
Oh.
Oh.
Radio commercial while going down water slides. Why don't you guys talk about yourself for just a sec?
Oh, he's gonna try to find the radio
Find a
commercial
picture. Well, I don't, just a picture. I don't know if I can play you the commercial yet, but I'll find a picture of myself
down the water slide.
going down the water slide.
How many times did you have to go down the water slide?
Oh, 15, 20.
Oh my god.
That's not a bad day. That's actually a
No, and I had the
fantastic
whole
day.
park to myself, which is like 12-year-old boy fantasy come true.
Oh my gosh, that is so awesome.
A water
Pretty
park,
hard.
an empty water park.
An empty water park to myself all afternoon.
Just like filming
The only-
20 times.
Was that the payment
No, I actually did.
You actually got money for it too. Wow.
Yeah.
So you
I got to do
you
my
heard
job.
you heard it here, folks. The dream can happen. You can
Okay.
have a water park to yourself and get paid for
So
it.
here's the sneak peek. Here's the sneak peek of the gear that I had to wrap around myself. Close look at that.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Close look. Yeah.
Yeah.
Internet, can you see? Right? See what's on that microphone? Internet? If you don't know what's on there, you're too young to know what's on there.
Yeah.
That's to keep that microphone dry because
Yeah.
it went underwater a whole lot.
Oh my
You're supposed to.
gosh.
Great way to protect. So not only do you have the
yeah, so I had to wrap
movie-
the recording device
Yeah.
around me and then hold the microphone with the protective device on it, and then they laminated the script for me, and I went down the water slide and had to try and talk. And of course, as soon as you go around corner number 1, the script goes like this, and so then I just have to try and make it up because we don't memorize in voice. So it was just like.
Oh my goodness.
But they turned out that there's 2 ads that they did, and they're both hysterical. So.
What about any live acting roles? Do you have any of those coming down the pipeline in the future?
I think that was just my most recent one. I think was just on ABC like last week on Motive.
Mm.
So we just missed it. As far as I know, nothing else is coming up in the immediate future that I know. It's been a pretty dire year for on camera.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, maybe you can
That's
find
the way it is
maybe you can get on. Maybe you can get on Supernatural because
You know what?
know
I was cut from them once.
What?
I already shot a day on Supernatural.
Damn you, Kripke! It's all your damn fault. Somehow I think it's Reddit's fault too.
I just think I understand Kripke. Hi, Megan.
But no, I mean, because Michelle was on Supernatural.
Yeah.
Did a guest spot on that. I know
Yeah.
Andrew was on
He
Supernatural.
was.
Yeah.
Played, I think,
I played
3
a
different characters.
I played a morgue orderly.
See, I just like seeing
Singing.
voice actors and people that I
I was singing
listened
Freebird.
to and heard to be in that show because that show is one of my favorite shows, and I just
No, it was a
just
fun show.
it's a good show.
So with like Lila's Pet Shop and MLP, I mean, how do you balance multiple projects? I mean,
Well, we were only in the studio. You know, when we were in recording,
Right.
we were only in the studio 1 episode a week,
Mhm.
which is 1 a day a week.
oh, okay.
So there's plenty of
There's
time.
plenty of
You
time.
basically, a totally full voice actor schedule would be 10 shows. If you had 10 leads and they were all recording at the same time, then you'd have to go Monday morning, Monday afternoon, Tuesday,
Oh, I see.
and that would be your week.
Mhm.
But I don't think anybody but Tabitha has that. And probably not quite even.
So it's kind of a more casual environment over at the MLP Voice box then maybe.
Well, it's it's not that it's casual. We get the work done.
Of course.
And everybody that comes in is professional. And once we get to work, we work quickly.
So you never show up in your pajamas and robe?
No, that's a myth. I've never seen anybody do that.
Wow. You've heard it here first, internet. Stop the rumors. He doesn't show up there in his pajamas, Reddit. Peter New School has more class than that.
I'm so disappointed in you subreddit pajamas.
Yeah. Just because you want to see him in these pajamas doesn't mean that you have to start rumors about it.
I've seen those PJ photoshops.
Yeah, that's not real.
Not real.
Not real at all.
See my face?
Oh my god.
Damn Skippy, man. Damn Skippy. So as far as like not just MLP, but any other animated show that's out there, if you could voice a character that you're not currently voicing, who would you want to bring to life? Well, even if it's not an active show.
Somebody asked me that question in the voice panel, and the first thing that came to my mind was Pinky and the Brain. I would like to do either of those characters because I thought they were hysterical. But then I sort of reflected on it after that, and I thought, I would love to have done Ren and Stimpy, or I would love to have done anything on The Simpsons, or I would love to have done anything on Futurama, or I would love to have done anything on Looney Tunes. I mean, there's so many. Once you sort of open the door to what could I have done, it ends up just being the question turns into what inspired me.
Yeah.
And because of course you want to be involved in anything that you found inspiration.
Mhm.
And in terms of what inspires me now, in terms of what is being created now, it's the same. It becomes the same question. Is anything that's out there that's brilliant? Of course I want to be involved in that. If they're still making it, yes.
Mhm.
So
Can you? I mean, if you were saying like Futurama or.
Well, Futurama's gone.
Oh, for sure. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I was like
Yeah.
so in the dark here. Well, for example, things
No,
like
for
that.
example,
like,
yeah.
I mean, you wanted to be a part of
But
shows
I have
like
the
that.
limitation of being a Canadian who can only work in Canada. I don't have a green card, and I would then have to source, particular kinds of paperwork in order to even be seen by casting in Los Angeles for a show like that. And,
I see.
And so there are those kinds of limitations which I could overcome, but I'm just not quite sure that I'm ready to go through those processes yet.
Because I know a lot
So
of
I mean,
of
it's not
anime
impossible,
doesn't
but
count.
it's just it's a
Right.
longer process than simply saying, "Get me on that show."
Oh, I see.
Well, I hope one day to finally ever see you on Supernatural, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I know they film in Vancouver.
They do. I mean, I would have to get another. I think because that one made it to the cutting room floor, so I think I'd
Yeah.
have to get another job on Supernatural now.
Or-
that was a lot of seasons ago, though.
I
So
know.
Kripke, come on.
He could be an angel.
Yeah,
Doesn't he have the voice of an angel?
I'm totally Castile's dad.
Look at his
Oh
face.
my god.
Look at his face.
I
His name is Castiel.
I can do the
Cast.
I can whisper act along with the best of them.
Yeah, because if he wants to be Castiel, he can be Castiel. Anyways, that's it, geeks. We're here with Peter New once again. Thank you very much for hanging out with us and
It was a
just
pleasure. Thank you.
regaling us with how awesome you are. Eventually, we can find PeterNewSchool.com up.
Well, in the meantime, you can go to peternew.net, or
Yes.
you can find me on Twitter at @actorpeternew, or find my Facebook page, which is Facebook Peter New.
Yeah, just Facebook search. You can find it.
You just Google it.
And we'll put all the links in the show notes, so check it out.
That's
Once
right.
again, this was Peter New. I'm Justin Prince.
Vivi, peace out.
See you on the front page, Reddit. Yeah!
And get lifted.
Make a gift of this.